Fellow greetings, my peeps and peepettes, and welcome back to the Spotlight Reviewing Station. And today I'm bringing you yet another not Transformer review. So, what are we taking a look at? Well, you're gonna love this. Believe me, you're gonna love it. Ta-da! The very last Wave 1 action figure to come out, the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line by Playmates Toys, Baron Draxum. Also, John Cena. When you think about it. Yeah. Baron Draxum is voiced by John Cena. If you don't know who John Cena is, well, you've been living under a rock for the last 15 years. John Cena is a iconic wrestler, probably the greatest wrestler of all time. This isn't getting old anytime soon. So, yeah, of course, John Cena I'm sorry. What can I say about John Cena? Well, you know, it's implied in his theme song that John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. But I've got to say, this version of John Cena is something that I want to see on my television screen every Saturday morning on Nick. So, yay! A positive for John Cena. Yeah, because I like Baron Draxum. Baron Draxum is pretty cool, even though he's only been, so far as I've counted, one episode. That's the pilot episode, where it all started. Right. So, the Baron of the Underworld, our new Shredder, is actually in one episode at the moment. You know, granted that these are very short episodes, they're only 11 minutes long each. So, you know, we're not really missing much of Baron Draxum. I'm sure he's going to return very shortly, unless he did die underneath all that rubble. I'm staying spoiler-free here, but anyway, I've said enough. But let's put aside the discussion of John Cena, and let's talk about Baron Draxum. So, yeah, going into the packaging, as partake of every single video review on this channel, we've got Baron Draxum. Baron Draxum. The Turtles, Nickelodeon, Rise of the TMNT, the Choking Hazard logo right there. We got Ages 4 and Plus. We've got Playmates Toys onto the back. We got the bio for Baron Draxum. Pause the view and read it if you want. Species, who knows? I don't think they really care. Weapons, Uskitos. Right, not those magical crystals that he crushes and his hands turn into like steel or rocks or something like that. I mean, really? Uskitos is his weapon? Really? Really? You know, I would say these two right here on his shoulders would actually be weapons more than Uskitos. I mean, yeah. Okay, sure. Other figures available in this line, there they are. We've taken a look at every single one of them, with Baron Draxum being the very last one of this wave. And that's it. Not much else to say about the packaging here. Oh, yeah, and yeah, there's your sticker for the pizza points, which I neglected. Right. So, I'm going to take him out of this beaten up. So, moving right along to what you want to see. The official product catalog. Yeah, there you go. And here you go. Here's the piece of points slip that comes with Baron Draxum. Of course, if you've got the code, you can go to playmatestoys.com and enter it in and redeem your points. So, with those out of the way, let's talk about Baron Draxum the action figure. I think we're back in focus now. It was hard to tell, but yep, here's Baron Draxum, finally in focus. We can take a look at the action figure now. Let's get into the details of this one. He looks good. Got some nice touches here and there of some nice gold, which is not all around on the figure. Unfortunately, this area back here should be gold, I believe, going by this overall design here, right? He's got some weird texture design for his belly, yeah. He's got some pretty cool looking gloves here with some spikes. Reminds me of Batman a little bit. But no, those were fins. Right. Don't want to piss anybody off. Right. So anyway, yeah, we've got these shoulder mounted creatures here that are not removable. They do not jump off of him like they do in the cartoon. Right, so we've got separate versions of them, which we'll look at very shortly when we go through the accessories. Going below to the legs, not much going on here. You can see we got just black with his toes being painted in that bluish color. That's, guess, his skin, right? It's got some nice hair, though. Nicely detailed. Very good. So, yeah, the paint job's clean. May not be the best, I mean, obviously, but, you know, for $8, can't really complain about it. Let's go through the articulation on him real quickly, and this is a bit of a drawback here. I mean, his head is a separate piece, because his hair is actually glued down to the neck, which, believe it or not, it is. Not the front, but at the back here, you kind of see it right there. It's glued down right there via that peg, right? But, yeah, you can get a little bit of movement out of the separate headpiece. The only problem is the hair blocks it, and so do these horn-like things, so not going to get much here. You get a little bit, but not much. Anyway, the shoulder bits, these two here, move up and down. They're on hinges, so you get some clearance for the hinges to his shoulders, which does also have a 360 rotation without hindrance. Pretty good. We do have a swivel cut above the elbow section, which the elbow gets 90 degrees of bend on a single joint. Nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist. That's all made up at the bottom here at the hip section with those awkward hip joints, which I really do hate. We get this much kicking forward. Is that more natural? Right. Anyway, we do have the option to turn them out this way so we can get... Yeah, I'm gonna count it. It is a full JCVD split, even though it is awkward looking. But unlike the Origami Ninja, you do have knee joints and a swivel cut above that. So you do get more range of articulation on this figure than some of your other basic allies and villains of this line so far. So not much to really complain about, even though it's really hard to fiddle around here, down here. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, I just can't get him to stand up just right. It looks like he's got pre-post feet here, but he doesn't. It's just such an awkward design. It just really is difficult to get him to stand up just right. Oh, anyway, that's probably as best as I'm going to get it here. Let's go through his accessories now. So Baron Draxum does have, once again, his little small shoulder companions with their names I've forgotten already, but what do you expect since they've only been showcased maybe for 2 minutes in one episode, right? They're pretty cool looking. They look good next to Baron Draxum. Not much else to say about that. So let's go to its weapons now. Oh, this ought to be fun. Here's your Uskitos. So at least we do get Uskitos in this line. Yeah, the ones that are flying around mutating humans here, right? So this is something. Well, let's be honest though. It is some nice detail. It is pretty good. It's a little bit of a gripe here, and I understand why they did it. Obviously, they don't want this area to break, but I would have preferred had they actually slit these extra bits of plastic here so we could just get the natural legs of the Uskito, right? But again, I understand why they did it. So, what can these things do? Well, I guess since they have... I guess you could do that. I mean, there's not much else to really say about that. I mean, he's holding it, right? So there's a positive. A figure that can actually hold his weapons. That's something. It does look alright. So, let's get a good look at everything this set has to offer here. And that is pretty much the price of $8 right there. I mean, Baron Draxum's pretty cool. Now, minus a little bit of some fiddliness with his legs here. I gotta say, he does look pretty good. He looks pretty accurate to his cartoon counterpart. Not much else to really say about that. He's probably the most articulated out of the villains of this line so far, so that I'm at least grateful for. I just wish he didn't have those awkward hip joints, and I really wish they could have done something a little bit more with those knee joints, because again, it just kind of bugs me the way that I really want to position them, and I can't get them in that way because there's just so much fighting me, especially this back skirt piece here that just gets in the way, won't let my fingers get in there. Anyway, let's do some size comparisons. Why not? The game's all here. Here's every single figure from Wave 1 of this brand new Ninja Turtles cartoon action figure line. So we got Baron Draxum compared to Raphael, the Origami Ninja, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, April O'Neil, Mayhem. Anyway, we got Master Splinter and Meat Sweats. The game's all here. Like I said, it's a full crowd. So this is a look at every single figure that is offered so far out of this line from Playmates Toys. We've got some pros, we got some cons, we got some figures that really need another baking at the factory, if you know what I mean, and some figures that are actually pretty good, so close to being perfect, if only they had a few minor touches here and there. Outside of that, I got to say this line is still worth it. Every single one of these figures have something to offer here. Maybe not the Origami Ninja, because clearly he is the letdown of this line. I pretty much stated he's the wall that we just crashed into with Series 1. Hopefully Wave 2 will give us something better to offer here. Now, that's not the end of Series 1. Actually, there's a lot more where that came from. We got vehicles, roleplay items, play sets to go through. The only question is, can I fit all that in on this very tight budget that I'm at right now? Regardless, though, if you see all these figures minus him, why don't you pick them up? So, anyway, let's clean up this mess. Right, so now with a little cleanup out of the way, it's time to move on to some bigger and better things. At long last, we can finally take a look at the next Star Wars Black action figure review. Right, next time, we're going to be taking a look at Studio Series Autobot Ratchet, which we already have, right? Yeah, he's a different color. Yay, something to offer here, right? Okay. Anyway, that's going to be for the next video review. So if you have any questions or comments, or maybe even some complaints, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Get the hell out of here. And until next time, my friends, this is the Unprofessional. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. This is Hasbro, signing off by saying don't give up on your dreams, siege the moment.